Morning, my loves. Morning, morning. Let's just see if we're up and running. We're up and running. Now, thank you. I hope you all had a lovely weekend or a lovely Sunday. And I'm going to do this and this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to see how we look. Oh, we're up and running. I've had a little shift around of the room actually as well. I don't know if you noticed. You can see more of the curtains, which is a delight. Morning for the curtains. Now, what we're going to do here today is, first I'm going to turn that down so they don't hear me. I don't want to do that. I keep asking for questions. I say, anything you want to ask me, fire away, and we'll do this as well, because I keep throwing all this stuff at you, and you keep picking up beautifully, and I'm delighted. So I wanted to know if there's anything you'd like to go over, anything like that, and you've sent me some. So today we're going to have a go through all the questions and answer all the questions that you've asked, and then perhaps that'll clear up a few of the things you wanted to know. And it's also just a lovely way of sort of, because sometimes you just wait until I get to the bit you want to learn. We could be here quite some time. So here we go. What we got here? I'm going to go down the list. So Jan, hello my love. Can we do crossbody lead in rumba, please? Now, the crossbody lead as a variation is a variation that really comes from the salsa. We did it in salsa before, but essentially in the salsa, you go a 1, 2, 3, a 4, 5, and the follower or lady or partner, whoever you got in front of you, does the natural opposite. Now I step forward and she would step forward. Now, for the crossbody lead, you don't step forward. What you do is you step sort of across me. So as I, as the man, step backwards, you rather than step here, you step across there. So you go a back and step, and then you go forward and step. So you step across me. And what I do to sort of lead that is I open my body slightly with a bit of a turn. So I go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Now that's the salsa. Principally, the same thing occurs in the rumba. It's a 3-step pattern in the rumba, and everything that we do in rumba, in basic sort of technique, is a 3-step pattern. So I go, as the man, I go forward, replace to the side, and back, replace to the side. This is normal basic rumba. For the lady, you go back, replace to the side, and forward, replace to the side. There's your basic rumba. Now, on the forward part, you don't go towards me, you do the same as the salsa. You go across me, hence the word cross. And back, replace. The man will start to open his body, you'll start to go across there, then you'll step forward, side turning, and then step slightly to the side. So you're gonna, the man, you're gonna go step, replace to the side, and then you lead the lady across you rather than towards you. So you go back, replace to the side, and you're still facing her. Now this is your sort of introduction to the fan. Oh yeah, I know. This is another variation. We'll come to that another day. But for today, we'll just do this crossbody leg. So essentially what you're doing is back, forward, replace to the side as a man, and you're dancing in this position here. But because of the cross step, I'm going to change direction in the room. So I go 1, 2, 3, I lead you across me, 4, 5, 6, and then obviously you're going to pop the hip in. So you go back, replace to the side. For the lady, you go forward, side, small step to the side, and just settle into the hip. Now I hope I haven't messed up your, oh yeah, no, you can still see me. I'm concerned about the direction of the camera pointing. So that there, my love, is the crossbody lead in the rumba, and Emma, who seconded that, has got it as well. So thank you, ladies. Saffron, when you do the swivel part, do you go on your toe? I'm not sure which dance you're talking about there, my love. The swivel part, you could be talking about a lot of dances. I'm going to take the swivel as a principle. Whenever you swivel, you go onto your toe. You're on your toes, or on the ball of your feet. Ladies, you've always got, invariably you've got a heel on, 2.5, 3-inch heel, depends what you wear. So your weight's going to be pitched forwards anyway, so it doesn't take much to get you off your heels and onto your toes. So whenever you're swiveling, you do really want to be on your toe, because it's easier to swivel. If you're swiveling on your heel, that's called a heel turn. It's a different thing altogether. You'll never really do that in Latin at all. Argentine tango, never. Ballroom, you do heel turns all the time, which is another question we're going to get to in a minute. A question somebody asked me about the heel turn for the ladies. Now, you'll do that on the heels, but the swivels are all done on the toes. And the key to a good swivel is you try and keep the shoulders still, because you'll invariably be in hold of some sort. Either if you're doing Argentine tango, you'll be in a very close hold. You'll be shoulders together, or chests together, sorry. If you're in Latin, you're going to be apart from each other, but you'll be facing each other potentially, and so your hands will be touching. And if you're doing ballroom, you're doing something in the ballroom dances, you're going to be in sort of ballroom hold anyway. So you don't really want to start turning the shoulders too much, because then the whole thing is a disaster. So you just want to feel like the swivel is danced from the waist down to the feet, or from the feet up to the waist, and the top part of the body is quite sort of stable. But yes, in answer to your question, yes, we are on our toes. In the Latin, if you're doing something sort of slinky like the rumba, I'm getting a little slinky now just in case you thought I was having a moment. This is all done. I might step through onto a flat foot, but then when I'm doing the swivel part, I'm back on the toe. How about that? Not bad? Cool. Had a moment then. Right, here we go. What else have we got? Oh, I love these questions. This is terrific. Now, thank you very much. What have we got here? Frankie, all the way from Belgium. Morning, my love. Are there always 8 steps and actions in the AT? I presume that's Argentine tango, please. No, there's not, essentially. Argentine tango is quite a free dance. When you start to standardise dances in order for them to be taught, you need to have some sort of structure, and invariably you take the structure from the music. And so you've got 8 counts. You can do it in 4 counts as well. So 4s and 8s essentially, but the dance is quite free. So you can, once you've got, as we've spoken about in the past, we're talking about a vocabulary of steps. Once you've got all these steps, you've learned lots of different bits of choreography, you can then start to put them together any way you like, because all of these things were, sort of all the techniques of all the ballroom dances and things were written down after people had already been dancing them. So somebody went, oh, this would be quite nice to teach this stuff. I'll write it all down, see if I can get some sort of form to it. And then you can go, and then back in the day, people could go and teach it, and then they developed a technique, etc., etc. But essentially, the whole dance was just social. People have a bit of a dance. Evening, my love, how are you? Oh, you fancy a bit of a dance? Yes. What's this step? I've absolutely no idea, but it feels quite nice, doesn't it? Have a bit of a swivel. There you go. How about that? 5, 6, 7, 8, and close your feet. So really, it's like that. You can do whatever you like, but for the purposes of being able to sort of teach it and, you know, make routines, if you like, then the 8s is quite a good way of building the whole thing together. It's more even. So, but that's the same for all the dancing, really. It does come in 8, but that's only for timing. That's not actually the way the steps are constructed. What we got here? Michelle, can we do American Smooth next week? Oh, bless you, it brings back the memories of my 10s. My 10s, thank you very much. Emma's 10s. Yes, we'll do a bit of American Smooth. American Smooth, it really is just, it's always, I just always get the Fred and Ginger feel when I think about American Smooth. It's just, that's what it is really. We'll have a look at that. But it's lovely because you can sort of do step, nothing, you know, you can do anything you like. Yeah? Bump, bump. I think it's a combination of sort of jazz and ballroom dancing and all these things together. It's just the loveliest thing. Can you do the check step? Emma. Not my M, different Emma. Emma wants to know, can we do the check step and then the fleckle the other way in the Viennese waltz, please? Well, we can. Well, let's have a look at that now. Lauren says, heel turns, also known as losing my balance and gripping onto my partner. Very, very common. That's pretty much its real full name. We call it heel turn for short, really. Now we did fleckle the other day in the Viennese waltz. So we did it to the right. So I'm going to do that one more time. So it's a simple 6-step combination, and it's the same for the boys and the girls. So I'm going to go to the right and start with my right foot. Now my old teacher, as I said to you before, had this little chant as he did it, and basically it goes like this. You start with your right foot and you step across yourself. So you go cross, cross, to the side, cross again, then you step to the side, you cross behind this time, and then you step to the side. So my old teacher used to say the cross he called that in front. So he'd go in front. So you go in front, to the side, in front, to the side, cross behind, to the side. So you go cross, step, cross, step, cross, step. Or he would call it in front, side, behind, unwind. He'd call that last bit an unwind. So it felt like you were unwinding. Now, that is the natural fleckle. You would do the check to get into the natural fleckle. Now I'll show you that, because we'll take these as 3 different things. You've got the natural fleckle, which we've just done. We're going to do the contra check, and then we're going to do the reverse fleckle, which is the same as that, but goes the other way. So left foot, contra check, feet together. It comes in 3 bits. I go forward on the left for the man. My weight is between the feet. I don't go too far. If I go too far, I'll push the girl over. So I stand here between my feet. I go 1, I come back for 2, and I step to the side, small step to the side for 3. Like that, just a little step to the side. And now I'm ready to go in front, side, in front. Now, ladies, you do this. You go, contra check, back with the right foot. Heel stays off the floor. See that? Back on the right foot. Back, replace, and then I step forward here. But I almost feel like I'm crossing slightly. So I go like that. I step on my right foot. Now, that's the contra check. One more time. So I go, and ladies, back, replace, step. Boys, you go forward, replace, step. Small step to the side. Small enough, or wide enough, rather, that the lady coming out of contra check can just slip this right foot slightly between your feet. In that direction. Not right underneath your feet, but just towards your feet. Now, that's the contra check. One more time. One more time. Ladies, 2, 3. Boys, forward, replace, side. Slightly to the side. Made it a little larger so you can see. Alright? Okay, that's the contra check. Now, the reverse fleckle. Anybody who's joining us today for the first time, I apologise about this. This is quite technical, but bear with us because we're just doing bits and pieces today, and we go over all the sort of how to start it all again. We'll keep going over that stuff as well. But the reverse fleckle. Do you remember we said cross, side, cross? Well, the same thing applies. I go cross with the left foot, step to the side with the right foot, cross with the left foot. I step to the side with the right foot, I cross behind with the left foot, and I step to the side with the right foot. Now, those are the boy steps. I'm going to do the girl steps now. I haven't done the girl steps either way, so I'm going to do the girl steps for both fleckles. So one more time for the boy steps. So you go and cross, side, behind, step to the side. Okay? Exactly the same as the other way, just starting on the left foot. Ladies, so you're here. Boys are going to do this. Girls, you're going to do side, and then you do behind, and you step to the side, and then you do the cross in front, side, cross in front bit. And then you start again, side, behind, to the side, in front, side, in front, side, behind, to the side, in front, side, in front. The other way, you go, see how to work that out? You go side, behind, to the side, in front, side, in front. So exactly the same, just on the other foot. Fleckle. Oh my goodness me. All right, so there's the fleckle both ways. And then later on, we'll try, what we're going to do is we're going to put that all together, but we won't do it today because I'm going to get some more questions. That's the fleckle both ways with the contra check. You guys, I'm telling you, you'll be taking medals and all sorts of stuff soon. Here we go. Can we go, Michelle? I'd like to go. Any chance going over the Quickstep, please? Yes, Jan. Yes, Quickstep for us too. We're practicing the garden, but the turn is still difficult for us. Turn is difficult. It's just difficult. And I've got here. Oh, Val wants to know about to execute the perfect heel turn. Get you, Val. Don't want much. Let's just do the heel turn very quickly, and then we'll do we'll do a bit of quick step. Now, I'm going to do it going. I'm going to do it going back on my left first. It's exactly the same going on your back on your right. So, the way to do a heel turn is this. We step back. I'm going to do a foxtrot heel turn for the time being, but the principle remains the same for any dance. Even if you're doing a heel turn in paso doble, remains the same. So I go backwards here on my left foot. I join my right foot to my left foot, like this, here. And then I'm going to turn and face the other way. But the trick to this is not to join your feet together here and then try and do a heel turn and then step out with the left foot. The key to this, and all the great lady dancers over the years have always done beautiful heel turns. They do this. They go back on the left foot. They start to bring the right foot in, but they actually turn on their left foot and then close their feet here. And then just rise and step out with the left foot. So it's called a heel turn because you do it on one heel, not heels turns. You don't do it on both feet. You do it on one heel. If you join your feet together at the beginning here like this, here, you won't be able to get round. Physically impossible. So, and still looking nice. So I'm going to go back, I do my heels, you see that? But I do it so smoothly and so quickly, it looks like you've joined them early. But it's a beautiful thing. So I go back, look at that, I close my feet there, and I come out on the left foot. And I always come out, I always rise out onto my toes and then step forward. But that's all one movement. I don't pop and then step. You can do that to start with, but essentially you'll smooth that out. So I go back, I turn, I close. Woo-hoo-hoo! And I come out on the left foot. One more time. And I go back, I go hup, and I'm up and out. Look at that, marvellous. And go back the other way, look. Back on the right, close on the left. But I turn the foot before I close. And then come out on the right foot. That, Val, is the perfect heel turn. But you don't take this foot off the floor. You skim it across the floor like that. See, it goes like that. See? It's easy for me because I've got shiny boys shoes on with a flat heel. You girls have got these little pencils you've got to dance on, so these things are difficult. But it's even more important that you just do it on the one heel. You skim the foot across the floor and then you come out onto your toes. Get onto the toes as quickly as you can, and then you can walk out. But that is the perfect heel turn. That's a very technical question. You guys, you like to know stuff. I love this. I love this. This is only supposed to be the beginning. You're doing all the technical stuff. I had a quick step, right. What did we do in a quick step? Now then, what we did in the quick step was this. We did the quarter turns, progressive chasse, and we then did a lock step and a fishtail. Now, can we do, Amy also, can we do paso doble sometime? Yes, we can. Samba, absolutely. No idea why. But yes, we most certainly can. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you just that. I'm going to dance around a circle here, like this. So we're going to do the first part. We go, this is a boy now. Side together, side and back. Side together, side. This is much more like it, much more gentle. Now we're going to do the lock step. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch around here. So I'm going to do the lock step in this direction here. So And I'm just going to slide back over here a bit more so you can see a bit more. I can get a bit more space. And now I'm going to go lockstep. Step, step, cross behind. Remember, when you go forward, you cross behind. And then you step forward on the left foot. All right? That's the boy step. Then we did the fishtail. So we went step with the right foot, cross behind, step forward, cross behind, step forward. Fishtail. Ladies, you do this. You go back, side together, side, and step, side together, side. And now you're ready to do your lockstep. I'm going to do it that way so you can see. So I go back on the right, back, cross, on my toes, almost on balance, cross in front, step back on the right foot. Fishtail, I do it that way. Step, cross, step, step, cross, step. How's that? And my best side to boot. Good? Not bad? One more time? One more time. Alright. What do we do? We went here. So ladies, you go back, side together, side, and step, side together, side. Now I'm going to go back on myself here. You wouldn't normally do this, you'd probably just carry on going. So I go back, back, crossing in front, fishtail, step, cross, step, step, cross, step. All right? A bit plonky, just to sort of exaggerate the movements. I hope I didn't get out of focus there. No, I think it was all right. That's the quick step. Now, Marion, bonjour. I know you can all read these questions, but I'll read it out as well. Why the woman must lean so far back in the arms of the man in standard dance, which is what we call ballroom dancing. Marion, I will explain. Now, essentially, what happens, it's only for decoration, really, so it looks pretty. It's very difficult. So, what we must do, really, is we must not stand in front of each other. We've talked about this before. So, when I'm in hold, I'm going to do the hold here. So, boy. All right, stand tall, stand straight, arms up to the side, bend your elbows. There you are. There's my ballroom hold. All right, there it is. Now, I have a very, very slight inclination to my left. Don't you know? So I just turn my head to the left. And if I've got an odd-shaped head, you probably notice that. So I have to tip as well. I sort of do a little tip and a turn. Now it looks like it's straight. If I just turn my head, it sort of comes back the other way. So I just sort of turn my head over there so I can look in that direction here, and I just tip very slightly, and now it looks straight, and then my arms are up. Now, ladies, you do the natural opposite, really. So girls, you just stand here, like this, and you put your arms up, and you turn. Now your palm goes into the man's hand, and your hand goes on top of the man's arm, not as high as his shoulder, just on his upper arm, here. And you just turn your head to the left. Now, over the years, it's all become more and more and more exaggerated. Now that gives the whole thing a bit more of a what we call, or what we used to call in the business, a big top. So you have this bigger space between the heads. But the problem is with that, of course, it's hard to hold, and it takes much more effort and all. So it's not very sort of comfortable, but it looks pretty enough. So ladies, do as much as you can do. I wouldn't kill yourself, but as long as you don't stand in front of your partner, because if you stand in front of the partner, you can't turn. So you must stand to the side. So remember, tie, anything this side of the tie, ladies, side, anything this side of the tie, handkerchief side. So this side here is for me, this side's for her. Now this, with you here, in this hole here, and me over here, means we can now turn. If we stand in front of each other, one, you're probably going to feel a bit sort of nauseous because you're so close, but two, we're not going to be able to turn. You can't turn when you stood in front of each other, so you have to be offset. So you have what we call a sort of common centre. So there's a pole running between us on this side, but we're dancing around. So we're both on equal sides of it, and now we can turn around the room, just either spins and pivots or just normal turning. The further you go is entirely up to you, as long as you can do it and stay in balance. As my old teacher used to say, do as much as you can, do as much as you want, as long as you're in balance. There you are, you see. So that really is the reason for that. You go out as far as you like. I mean, some girls have massive lines over there. I mean, it's nice enough, but it needs to be in balance. Otherwise, it sort of takes a bit of shifting. Now, what we got over here? Any more questiones? These ones you can all read yourself. Oh, Doris. Thank you very much. It's my anniversary today. Hannah and my anniversary today. We've been married for 8 years today. Isn't that nice? She's a beauty. Absolute beauty. I won't deny it. Actually, we've been married 3 years today. We've been together for 8 years. Well done. What an absolute beauty. Yes, we've been married for 3 years and we've been together for 8 years. An absolute fabulous. So I'm going to have custard for tea tonight. Love custard. Much love. Thank you very much indeed for all your questions. I've really loved that session. That's terrific. Tomorrow we'll sort of have another go at another dance and add a bit more to something, or start joining bits and pieces together and have a bit of fun with that. You're all wonderful. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Don't go out. Just look at the sun through the window. And if you fancy it, I'd see me at 3 o'clock and we'll do a few press-ups and work off that custard that we're going to have after. Much love. Thank you very much. I'm coming towards you now. Oh, frightening.